ladies and gentlemen, Talking Riches is based on highlighting amazing people in the world, exposing them to different cultures of life, art, finances, insights about dating, and more. And if you're interested on coming to the show, make sure you contact me directly, Ron to Riches, or at talking underscore riches to put your inquiry on coming on the show. That's either coming here to Brooklyn to a nice studio setup like where you see me at now, or that could be me flying to Charleston. When I'm in Charleston, I'm only there for a short stint, but hey, you can contact me and we can get that booking. So make sure you inquire about coming on the show to share your story, your blueprint, and your foundation of who you are as a person in the business.
Say, I am the greatest. Look at us, mama, we made it. I'm going in like I'm bathing. Yeah, they had a buzz, but we shaved it. They got me feeling like some gay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. We're here today with Justin on today's Talking Riches.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming to the show, man.
You already know, bro.
No problem, man. It's a blessing.
But both from Charleston.
Yep.
Here in Brooklyn.
Yep.
One live here. One may think about live here in the future, maybe.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, like the vibe, bro. I like the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We like it, though.
So, on the show, man, we like to talk about, the blueprint, the origin story. But today, we're going to do like a special feature with y'all two.
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to basically share y'all origin story about really how y'all met. And basically, we'll keep a conversation like that.
All
right. So, basically, let's do like a short intro between y'all two and keep rolling.
All right, you go first, bro.
All right, what's up, y'all? My name is Justin Moultrie. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, West Ashley. I live in New York right now. I live in Queens. Was living in Brooklyn for a long time, but yeah, bred in the Carolinas, hustling in New York. To keep it short.
And he's the best illustrator that you ever gonna come in contact with, for sure. My name, I'm the other Justin. I'm Just Drayton, Charleston, South Carolina. Owner and operator of Detailed Diamond Ceramic Coating and Detailing. Author of Keep Your Colors. Right here, we in New York. Shout out to my boy Ron. Shout out to my boy Justin. Just putting in that necessary work, man. So blessed to be here, and let's keep on going.
Amen.
Yep.
Nice. So let's talk about y'all origin story, man. How did y'all two met?
So
Guess it was school, right?
I mean, yeah, but I would say 7th grade.
Okay. We met in middle school, 7th grade.
Wait a minute, who was your 6th grade teacher?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I have a very vague memory of you in 6th grade, but 7th grade is when we locked in.
Okay.
Miss N. Jones' class, to be specific.
Yep. Was that math?
Yep.
Math.
Nice.
Numbers.
Miss Jones' class was a math class, not like a writing class or anything.
No, it was a math class. She did have that creative project for us though.
Miss Jones was a black teacher. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did have like an art project. Why was it an art project?
I was just about to ask, to be real, I don't know why Miss Jones gave us that project. Like, thinking back, I don't know why. But
it's kind of foggy back there. But listen,
yeah,
we got an art project from Miss Jones. It was a blank book. She basically said, illustrate it, color it, do all your work to it. Just make it a concise book. So everyone inside class did what they did to it, and
I mean, I say more importantly, it was, talent recognized talent. So when Miss Jones gave us this book, I already knew what I could create, but I also knew that there was this other kid on the other side of the room, and he was an artist. So I was like, wonder what his book's gonna look like. So I had a friendly competition with him in my head when I was home producing my book. Like, it was scratch, so plain white book. We had to do the illustrations and we had to make the storyline. I had him in mind the whole time because I knew his book was going to be good. So I think that friendly competition brought us together, like on like the art creative tip.
Yeah, because it wasn't too much people who knew how to draw back then who was black. I feel like it was you, Corey Aiken. You know, it was some random people who knew how to draw back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, man.
But Justin always was like the artist though. Like we all knew how to draw, but like he really knew how to draw. He got known for drawing, and it's just that became his thing. Yeah.
Nice.
I appreciate that.
So, a few years later, y'all, who came with the idea of creating a book and the characters for the book? How did the conversation even start?
Well,
it's all him right there.
Yeah. So the book coming about was basically off the Diamond universe, but when it was time to illustrate, I definitely had to have Justin in mind, because I mean, I know a couple other people that do illustrations, but I feel like we had a rapport. So with us having a rapport, hit him up, we talked out the details. He already seen the characters like very vaguely on social media, so I gave him more in-depth conversations about that. Gave him a rundown of the book, and he started doing this thing. Yeah.
Nice. And your side?
You know, I definitely have been seeing his grind with the characters with Snatchy, definitely, with him being the logo of his car detailing business. And I've been just seeing him with his ideas, and he just hit me up one day. He's like, yo, bro, I got an idea. I was like, okay, you know, I'm just in the house chilling. He's like, yo, I want to make a children's book. I want to do this, that. I want to incorporate my characters, have a whole like universe that like, you know, I could, you know, show that to the world, and like so kids could connect with it and everything. I'm like, okay, you know, that sounds cool. You know, some people come to me with random ideas all the time, but Justin definitely wanted to follow through with it. So we got things cracking. I saw his vision, and I was able to illustrate and bring his vision to life. So I appreciate him for even hitting me up for that.
Yeah, I'll say more importantly, like when people read the story, they always emphasize on the illustrations. They always emphasize on how bold they are, how they pop, and the illustrations made the book. Shout out to you, bro.
And the story, I mean, pictures are nothing without a story, so shout out to you.
You made it happen.
Nice. So with your idea, with him bringing that vision, that idea to you, how did you even come up with the character concept? Like, what made you create certain characters and the look and the details of each character?
Well, I will say, I look at a lot of cartoons. I still look at cartoons with me being an illustrator. And, you know, with them being animals, I'm just thinking back to cartoons where I'm seeing animals, you know? So think about birds and bears and gorillas and alligators. So it's like certain things come up other than the characters that he gave me, you know?
Nice. So you kind of create that story with each character from the ideas that he gave you, each storyline, each personality of the character.
Now, certain characters, it just kind of fit the profile, you know? Like the bodyguards, like it made sense for one to be a bear and the other one to be like a gorilla or something. Like it just kind of makes sense. You're a little stockier, right. You know, you're gonna have the muscle. And then, you know, just some of the characters being related to some folks in the Carolinas and stuff like that, it kind of made sense as well.
Nice.
With just kind of knowing.
You can draw them up easy.
So next, y'all came with the idea, y'all brought the visions together, and now it started to put things in motion, right? Getting it produced, getting the storyline written. What was that journey like?
So once we got to the illustration portion, I had to send I sent you everything on Microsoft Word or something through email, but I had to specifically had to make the indentions in the paragraphs a little more so he could put the illustration there. So what I wanted to do is like I wanted to break the paragraph down into the pages. So I would take like maybe 3 lines and it would that'd be page 1. Break it down again, page 2. And we go about it like that. And I'll put the notes down as to how I would want the illustration to look. And then from that point, just kind of gave him his creative flow, which did what he had to do.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of rough drafts. So, you know, just a lot of illustrations on paper, just making sure that body gestures and, you know, how you want to see it, how he sees it, and how he actually sees it on paper that I illustrated, like it all makes sense, you know. There were certain critiques and stuff like that, so you got to switch it up, you know. You want to make sure that the vision is seen from the author and also from the artist, so people could view it in a way so it's easy to comprehend.
Nice. So now everything's created, right? And now y'all basically see y'all visions as one together, right? What was that moment like for both of y'all when y'all actually see a book actually created and put out?
When I saw my book, because I got the proof copy first before I got everything. But when I saw it, I mean, it's just kind of like I always talk about, like just kind of manifesting and just putting energy into something. And I remember a specific time, like when the book was about to get finished, I remember I had to consciously tell myself that like each day you gotta put energy until it's done. Like same energy that you put to get your detail business off the ground, you gotta transfer that energy, and every day till it's done, you gotta keep it going. So that momentum started to do what it had to do. And then when I finally got it in the mail, I mean, it really was just that confirmation of the momentum that I put in. So the conversations me and Justin had, with him catching all the little Easter eggs that I would tell him that I wanted on certain pages, flipping through it, being able to see the main characters, main illustration line, but also being able to see those Easter eggs. So it was a very fulfilling feeling.
I thought it was super dope because, you know, I drew everything. So I have like the straight up, you know, just like the paper illustration copy and like the copies on my iPad and whatnot. So when I got to see him and get like the book and everything in my hands, I was like, oh, this is fire. Like, you know, it's like I just got this out of a store or whatever, you know. It's like I made this with my homie, Justin and Justin.
The Justin connection.
So it was like, this is super dope. Because I mean, I've helped in other projects, but I guess being closely knit with this project and not being as hands off, because it's like I send everything and then they do what they do. You know, he actually included me within the journey and everything like that. So I think it was pretty dope and fulfilling to kind of see that. So
I think we talk like what, like maybe like once a month or a couple of weeks just to keep everything baseline.
Yeah.
Nice. So what was the challenges of creating a book and the ideas that y'all may have came through?
Getting a vision together, you know, it's not the easiest trying to figure out because I mean, when you think about a blank page and like a whole story, you gotta make sure the background, the characters who fit in it, but it's like, are you trying to show some other stuff? How would the words fit inside of it and stuff like that?
Yeah, I say for myself, the challenges would be getting into that flow state to write. Sometimes you don't always feel like writing, but you know it needs to get done. So in return, it could leave it like on the shelf for a period of time until like you get the energy to actually write it, because you want to give your full energy to projects and creation. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell when I wrote a section when I was into it, and then I can tell when I wrote a section when I really wasn't into it. So I like to have my energy all the way there while I'm writing. So that's one of the challenges, like just keeping that energy consistent. And then I think just consistency in itself, like Justin said, taking a page from blank and you filling it up. Like with him, it would be illustrations. With me, it would be words. But filling it up, like you got to be consistent with it. And you know, once you get to like the middle of the story, it's almost like there is no turning back. You know, so you got to finish the story. So I think those were some of the challenges I faced. And also, I think early on, I didn't really know who I wanted to target. So because I didn't know who I wanted to target, I feel like I was just kind of free flow writing. And I let the finished product when we went into the schools and whatnot, I kind of let that help me determine what like age group the book was for. So that was a little bit of challenges I had.
Okay. So how important is consistency and success?
I think that's one of the reasons success happens. You gotta be persistent and consistent, you know?
Yeah. I feel like nothing happened overnight. So it's like if you want to see some type of progression, I mean, you got to keep going. And I just think that's just the recipe to see some type of progression, honestly. Consistency and discipline.
Because honestly, like, if you do get the success overnight, quote unquote, like, you wouldn't know how to sustain it because you don't have no type of consistency to know how to keep it.
Yeah. That's how a lot of people end up like falling off, or when they want to like try to get rich quick. It's like, it's the process, you know?
Right.
You got to respect the process of things. I actually saw this, I was listening to audio probably like 2 days ago, and it was saying like, with all due respect, like people really don't catch their stride until like 40. And they'll say like, why do you think you see like older people being CEOs of companies, and why you think you see older people like, you know, because that's how it goes. Like with wisdom comes more access to things that we didn't know. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like at the end of the day, if you ain't consistent and you don't have no discipline, I mean, half the battle already lost.
Okay, nice. So, with both y'all goals and y'all journeys in life, where do you guys see yourselves? I say 1 to 5 years from now, and with you being a father now, Justin. Well, both y'all being fathers, right?
Yeah.
How do you want to leave a legacy for your kids?
I think I'm actively trying to figure that out, other than money, of course. But, you know, I definitely want to make sure my art is like, you know, if I'm not here anymore, I want to make sure my art is making money and I made the right moves for it to do that. You know, like a Basquiat or someone of that type of stature. But, you know, I just want to make sure I give her something that she could look up to, you know, something that she could hold on to, hopefully something that she could take on and make hers.
Nice.
For myself, I would say, 1 to 5 years, I'm definitely still doing work with Justin. We got Poor Me coming out this year.
Part 2?
Yeah, we got that coming out, and my projected goal is to keep it going. I got some books I got some stories that I wrote in a notepad. So once we get this rolling and we get our system together, I mean, we're just gonna keep on having them roll out. Like I said before, workbooks, books for younger kids, books for like that middle age. So I just want to continue to just grow the Snatchy universe, continue to add to my characters, just make it a multiverse thing, and keep my guy with me.
Nice. And legacy as a father.
Oh, legacy as a father. I mean, I feel like when it comes down to me being a father, I really want my kids to see my light shine always. And I want them to be able to see that, like, we seen what Daddy went through, and we see how hard it was for him to get to where he's at. But at the end of the day, he did that so his light can shine. So I want them to know that they have a light in them too. And however way that they decide to express that in the universe, I just want them to express themselves. So I want them to get that from me. I want them to see long term, because Snatchy brand gonna outlive me, you know? Snatchy gonna be here when I'm gone. So I want them to see the hard work and see the light, be able to see Snatchy like maybe on a billboard or something. I might be gone and know that's my daddy light right there. So I need to carry his light. That's what I want to leave for them.
Nice. And words of wisdom from both of y'all.
Keep going. Just like one of my favorite hip hop artists would say, Tip, can't quit, man. You just can't quit. Even though like things seem hard, you know, life seems hard, anything seems hard, you just gotta keep going, rough it out, get through the storm, you'll make it on the other end. Hopefully you took some wisdom from it so you could grow from that and adapt, but you just gotta keep going.
I'll say my words are that limits are oppressive thoughts that we choose to associate with. So just know that all things are possible. If you feel tenseness, fear about anything, first off, know that it's a mirage, it's not real. And second off, try to figure out where that came from. try to figure out if you can trace where that feeling came from. Because 9 times out of 10, when you can trace things back, you can deal with it. And again, all that is just clearing up like your matrix in your head to believe what you need to. So keep going. Don't let fear knock you down, because God didn't make us to fear this world. He made us to evolve.
That's right.
Nice. Hey, man. Well, hey, that's Talking Riches, man.
Hey,
That was a
man.
banger.
You already know.
It was another banger.
Hey, man.
I came to New York and got 2 bangers, bro. That's
Bang,
crazy,
bang.
bro.
Guys, where can people follow you guys, or contact you guys for information, inquiring about y'all skills and y'all talent?
Go ahead, man. I'm gonna go second.
I'll say in the Just Drayton world / detailing world, we'll just go ahead and put it like this: justdrayton@gmail.com. If you want to inquire about any detailing services, any mentorship, any speaking engagements, any book purchases, justdrayton@gmail.com.
And Justin Moultrie, via Hustle, visionary illustrator of art. The hustle is the grind to get you there. And you can find all my artwork. You can find my coloring book Profro on viaarthustle.com. That's VIA arthustle.com. You know? Oh, make sure to check out the Flick and Ashes podcast as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And please make sure, give my wife's treats, Bunny's Vegan Bakery. We going up. So New York, Charleston, South Carolina, always, 843.
We here.
Yeah. Yeah.